It's time for another edition of our segment Between the Bread. It just so happens to be Grilled Cheese Month, so I'm joined by living editor Nancy Einhart, our resident sandwich connoisseur, who is giving us a flavorful and fancy spin on one of America's favorite sandwiches.
Indeed, thank you. As you know, the grilled cheese is one of America's favorite comfort foods.
Yes.
I think everyone has a different opinion on how the classic version should be made, kind of depending on how you ate it growing up.
Sure.
So I like to just stay out of that argument entirely and do a twist on the grilled cheese.
Okay, so what are we making today?
Today we're going to make a honey basil grilled cheese with fresh tomato.
All right, so let's go through the ingredients.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not too many surprises from the name, but.
It's pretty easy, yeah. You've got 2 slices of wheat bread, sliced tomato, 2 kinds of cheese. We have mozzarella and fontina, some fresh basil leaves, honey, and of course you need butter to butter the bread. So I'll go ahead and do that now.
All right, so you gotta get the butter on the outside, of course, because that's just essential. About the cheese, how did you pick this cheese?
Well, I actually first invented this sandwich for a grilled cheese competition that
this is a competitive grilled cheese sandwich that we're going through today.
I don't think it won the overall prize, but it did win a category.
Hey, you were still a contender,
yeah,
Nancy.
Yeah, I was. I think it wins. So I think that the fontina and the mozzarella just both melt really well, and the fontina is salty while the mozzarella is more mild.
Gotcha. Now I see you are kind of pouring this honey on.
Generous amount of honey.
Generous amount of honey, and then you're gonna just spread.
Yeah, just
get it into that bread.
Even, sure.
Now, is there any sort of choice of honey you prefer? Because I know there's orange blossom and clover honey and.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to ask a honey connoisseur. I'm really just a sandwich connoisseur, so I don't really have an opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the kind that comes in the cute bear container.
Yep, yeah. Understandable.
And then, so we've put our honey down, and now we're going to add the tomato.
I see you've cut this tomato very specifically.
Yeah, well, I just want to kind of cover the whole piece of bread here.
I understand that, because you don't want anybody or sandwich to be missing an ingredient.
Exactly, exactly. So then the next thing we're going to do is put down our mozzarella.
Gotcha. Now it's pretty thick chunks there. I like it.
It is. Trust me, it'll melt very nicely. And then to keep the cheese melting well on both sides, I'll put the basil between the 2 cheeses.
Oh, I like that. So then the basil's encased in like a delicious cheesy pocket.
Exactly, exactly.
And you were saying, so these cheeses sort of offer some saltiness to it?
Yeah, the fontina is a little bit salty. It's kind of like a Gouda a little bit.
All right.
And then the mozzarella is just a great melty cheese that.
Right. So you got the salt factor, the melt factor, and then this honey brings some sweetness.
And the basil brings a little sweetness too.
All right. So everything sort of complements to make just a really delicious sandwich.
Very, very.
All right, so you've topped it off.
Yes.
It's ready to go in.
It is ready to go in. So you're gonna put it on a skillet on like medium-low heat.
All right.
For about 2 minutes per side, or just more or less depending on how much you like it toasted.
I mean, that is also a very great debate. It's like, how toasty do you want your grilled cheese?
Exactly, yeah. And how toasty do you want your grilled cheese?
Okay, a very personal question, Nancy, but I am ready to reveal that I'm generally like I like medium. Like, I feel like that perfect amount of crunch, if that makes sense.
Good, so do I. So I think we can share one.
Okay, good, we can be friends.
Fortunately, we already have one here that's warm.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll just take this off the skillet.
Okay.
And, of course, cut it in half. You want a diagonal today, or?
Ooh, let's go diagonal.
All right, all right.
That's how we did it at home, so. All right. Yeah, grilled cheese is one of those super nostalgic foods that I think everyone, when you have a bite of it, you're just like, yep, I feel all cozy.
Absolutely, and I think you can put pretty much anything into it that you would like in terms of fruit, vegetables, condiments.
But is there an ingredient that you would say, no way?
I would say no way on meat.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think that cheese needs to be the star ingredient.
I gotcha, and once you've got the meat in there, then you're out of grilled cheese territory.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get involved.
All
Toast.
Right. Toast to you.
Boom. Yep.
Isn't this bread good?
It's so delicious.
A little bit sweet.
You're so right. The honey, you get that taste really quickly, and it adds so much to the savory aspect of the sandwich. Listen, I think you should have won the competition, Nancy.
Thank you.
You won in my heart.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, thank you so much for the spin on a grilled cheese.
You're very welcome.